Hi, good morning. Today we have a teacher from Beauty Point, Tasmania, who has 30 years of experience in teaching field, and I'll be asking a few questions to her about the classroom setting. So her name is Catherine Darlow. Would you like to introduce yourself, Catherine, in brief?
I'm Catherine Darlow. I was a teacher for 30 years in Tasmania. I live at Beauty Point. I'm a member of Rotary and I go to Bible study.
Thank you, Catherine. So I'll ask you a few questions about the classroom setting and inclusive education. So, what does your school do to prevent and deal with bullying and racism?
Well, when I first started teaching 30 years ago, there was really no such thing as bullying or racism because Tasmania really had no other races coming here. But as time went on, bullying did become something we had to discuss in the classroom, and racism did start to appear at Beaconsfield because the Maritime College opened up at Beauty Point. Therefore, for the first time, people started to see people with dark coloured skin and different hair, different cultures, different religions started to mingle in our society. And one interesting thing that happened early on was the children, it was just the beginning of the year and they were moving out for morning tea, and I heard one little boy say to another, "We'll pinch him and see." And I said, "Oh, come back, what do you mean? Who are you going to pinch?" And they said, "We're going to pinch Roddy." Now, Roddy was a little boy from Papua New Guinea who was in our classroom. I said, "Why?" And they said, "Well, his skin's so black, we want to see if it's hard." So they weren't being nasty, they just wanted to feel his skin. And because they'd never seen anybody, and this little boy really did have black skin, and I said, no, pat him. I said, touch him, but don't pinch him. That will hurt the way it would hurt you. But I'm sure Roddy won't mind if you just rub his skin, but you'll find it'll be the same as yours. And so I would always explain and try to understand because I could tell these little boys weren't meaning to be vicious because they spoke so openly to each other and I could hear them. Therefore, that was that situation. So sometimes racism it's probably a nasty word for something that's not really meant to be nasty, especially in children. They had just noticed that his skin was different, and they thought, like burnt toast, it must be hard.
Yeah.
Bullying, well, yes, my opinion on bullying is we talk about it too much. Therefore, it seems to get bigger. But it is in our society, and especially now with mobile phones and kids being texted nasty things and all that sort of thing. So we have to make our children more resilient, and often I think the best thing is to turn it off. Don't read all the social media stuff that's maybe directed to you, because the idea is to upset you, but often a bully is a very insecure person anyway, and I would try to work with the bully in the classroom to give them confidence, because someone who is confident doesn't need to bully other people.
So, was there any policy or a school rule or your classroom rule that was being employed to prevent that?
Yes. We did. Towards the end of my years there, we had to teach a lot of resilience to children, and always ask, if someone said that to you, how would you feel? And then that bully had to stop and think, oh, that does hurt someone's feelings, or because verbal is the one that we probably had the most,
Yeah.
and just had to give children the ammunition to fight it themselves. Yes.
Yeah. And are there any students who experience social exclusion or isolation at your school, and why do you think they had experienced that?
Yes,
I mean, it could be social exclusion, or
that would often happen in the playground, but it could be different people at different times. I don't think those children